what's your take on Mountain Motor Pro Stock? Like it's been in this weird, in some ways it feels like it went through a season of like purgatory where they weren't really sure what was happening. And now, fast forward to 2024 and there's like, holy hell, there's a lot of places to run those cars. You've got a multi-race NHRA series. Like you said, JHG is the title rights sponsor of the Mountain Motor Pro Stock Series and NHRA. You've got a PDRA National Event Series. We had the second annual Mountain Motor Pro Stock Invitational at the World Series to start the year. Like, have you had an interest in Mountain Motor Pro Stock stuff in the past? Because I always hear like Rick Jones, who's someone I think we can all agree is a very respected voice out here. Rick told me they are hands down the funnest, the most exciting and funnest car there is to drive.
They're cool. I've been fortunate to drive a Pro Mod. I mean, in different types, nitrous, turbo. But I mean, so I grew up in drag racing in IHRA days. So I never was really around a lot of NHRA stuff when I started racing, but I would watch it. But that's Pro Mod, like Scotty Cannons, and then you had Doug Kirk. Billy Huff lives across the river from us, so I was very familiar with all the pro IHRA stuff. And Mountain Motor Pro Stock was cool back then, and that I ever really never had a desire to do anything pro until John DeForian. Actually, we ran second round there for years. Like, you need to come drive one of these things. You need to come drive, and I'm like, oh, okay, if whatever happened. But yeah, it just happened to where Randy and I could both have a competitive 2-car team for this season, and probably to move on for other years. But it's a great group of guys. Everybody has taken to us. They've appreciated us. I mean, NHR even came, and they're really appreciating Randi Lyn because she's one of the first. She might have been the first woman to run in PDRA in Mountain Motor Car. So it's I think they were telling me that, but
I think so.
They are fast. They're cool. They drive totally different than a 500-inch car. But I mean, I'm very impressed with the way Randy is taking to it. But she's not drove. I mean, she didn't even drive a clutch car on the street until I put her in one of those. So there was no practice other than that car, and it's been great. And she actually, I'm gonna be honest, does a better job of shifting than I do going down track. So she's going to be very good. I think she knows no different. So I look for her to win some rounds and definitely some races.